Ow, damn it. Can you see this? I don't want this to be in the way. Okay, that's good. Everything's set up. Hello. Okay, out with it. I did not successfully bring Maverick to Singapore. He is still in Canada.
What?
I think it's a little bit of misdirection on my part. Was the dog in the last video really Maverick? I don't know if we should tell him, boy. The answer is yes, it's really Maverick. And he's still in Canada.
What?
Yeah? 2 and 2 together?
I'm so confused.
These are confusing times.
Okay, just rip the band-aid kind of deal. I am also back in Canada.
No! God, please, no! 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 God! That's impossible!
Oh my God!
I'm sure you have a bunch of questions. But what's up? I thought you loved Singapore. I do. I do love it. Okay, then I thought you hated Canadian winter. Oh, no doubt. I hate it with a passion, man. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. And now you're just abandoning us? No, I didn't. What? Abandoning? I mean, what, are we just supposed to stick around this channel? Is that what you expect? Hey, listen to me. I'm done, you traitor. I'm gonna leave this channel right now and listen to me. Please, let's just chill out, calm down, take a breath. With a stuffy Canadian nose, it was not an easy choice, and it was not an easy move considering the world that we live in right now. Then why do it at all? That is an excellent question, sir, and I'll get right to it after I show you what the hell the world looks like out there, flying halfway across the world, 3 planes, 4 stops. Madness! Just roll the tape. This story starts on yet another great Singapore eternal July day. Weather is hot, the sun is shining, and it's time to go. Alright, time to go, kids, saddle up. We make our way to Changi Airport in the wee hours of the morning just to realize that Starbucks is closed. And so is everything else around here. All of a sudden, the world's greatest airport is just a good old regular airport. Wait, hold on, scratch that. This rainforest terminal right here might be empty, but man, does it have character.
Round 1.
Well, at least the first flight is pretty scarce. That's gotta be cause for optimism, right? Oh, Japan, you're so crazy. Look at those emergency procedure videos. It's cool. Say goodbye, kids. These next few flights are gonna be a fight that goes the distance. We fly in through the night and come upon the land of the rising sun just as, well, the sun is rising. Touchdown in Japan. Yes. It is pretty much the same story as Changi out here. Empty terminals, rows upon rows of empty seats. There is zero place to eat, and I can't even get my hands on some duty-free hentai from my boy Jimmy back home. Sorry, Jim, I tried. It is an eerie feeling considering that this is Japan. And anywhere you look, a handful of brave men and women crazy enough to take their chance, traveling abroad, perhaps to get home. Speaking of which, here comes our next ride. Crazy times, dude. I always wanted to visit Japan, and it was my #1 stop that I should make while I was living in Asia. But that stop, man, nah, it doesn't count. I still gotta visit Japan at some point.
Round 2.
Oh, look at that. Air Canada has packed this flight full. Uh-oh, I think Leo has his back against the rope. Knocked out cold before we even taxi off the runway. Great, I'll take it. yet he keeps on fighting.
Vancouver. Let's do this.
At last, Canadian soil. But we're not done yet. The journey's not over. It's been a while since I've been in Vancouver. It feels good to see the Native American West Coast art on display out here. Oh, and look, way out there in the distance, the snow-capped Great Canadian Rockies.
Yeah, tiny bit higher than Bukit Timah.
Little bit.
Round 3.
We make our way across the entire length of Canada. The fight keeps on dragging on. And finally, there it is. Tim Hortons for the win. Oh hey, our last flight has been delayed for tomorrow. Let's hop in a hotel room and catch some Zeds, as they say around here. I am so goddamn tired right now, I don't think there's a word for it. Okay, let's see what we're working with. Oh my god. I'm glad to see the far horizon of Canada, but man, I didn't miss the snow one single goddamn bit. Couple hours of beauty rest and we're up and about. One last effort, digging deep, and here we are. Last flight, baby. Let's do this. Turbine propeller plane from Air Canada Jazz. Man, I love these things. The rectangle-shaped hull gives you a much bigger window, and because the wing is above you, you always get a great view. Even with this white garbage everywhere. Fun fact, I found out that filming the propellers at 60 frames per second and moving the camera up and down gives out an illusion that the propellers are going backwards sometimes. Either that or we're just about to crash because we lost all power. What? I'm tired, girl. Fine, I'll do it alone. Digging deep now, here we go. One last push, and here we are. Quebec City, my hometown and final stop. Oh, and look, the Quebec City airport looks like it always does. Always empty. Man, I won't lie, this has been tough, man. Now that I'm sitting at the back of this taxi looking out in my hometown covered in snow, the last 24 hours kind of wash over me and it sinks in. I'm back. And I don't want to be. The dream is over. At least for now. Okay, now for the reasons. Trust me when I say this, it was not easy. Felt like a story choice in A Witcher 3 or something. Just gray areas, no good answers all around. There are essentially 3 important reasons why we're back in Canada. Number 3, my mom, who is fine, by the way, thank you for asking, is losing her house. Her landlord is retiring and has to liquidate a whole bunch of his assets. And one of them is the house that my mother rents. She's getting on in years and she was hoping that she could stay there for the rest of her life. Or until such a time as I decide that she goes in the hospice. Do you hear me, Mom? Behave now. So as a good son, I decided to come back and purchase that house from her landlord so that she could, in fact, live in there for the remaining of her life. Or until such a time as I decide that she goes to the hospice. Behave! Now obviously I don't have to be here in Canada to do all the paperwork. Some of it can be done remotely. Still, this is one of the reasons that really heavily tipped the scale towards let's move back to Canada instead of staying in beautiful, gorgeous Singapore.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Reason number 2. The Maverick. That's right. Our boy has been abandoned once by previous owners. We've been through the whole entire process of vaccination, microchips, blood work, test, everything twice now, with no real scenarios in which we can fly him into us. Cannot pay for somebody's tickets to bring him here. Singapore won't allow it. Cannot hop on a plane ourselves, go pick him up and come back. Singapore won't allow it. Cannot fly him in a direct flight from Canada to Singapore because there's no such thing. There is always at least 2 stops on the way here, and it's just not feasible. We got to a point where we had to start the process for a 3rd time, which, is hard on the dog. And no way, man. So the only scenario in which we could reunite with our boy Maverick was, and his, if we come back to Canada. Moving from paradise on earth with perfect weather and perfect food just for a pooch? Yes, sir. Daddy's home, buddy. Yeah. Go ahead, judge me. Reason number 1. The most important reason, at least for me, is work stuff. Now, I did not get fired or lose my employment pass or anything like that. Matter of fact, I am still employed by the same company who brought me to Singapore and then back to Canada right now. So, there's some issues I'd like to talk about, but don't bite the hand that feeds you, and therefore I won't. But what I can do is give you this one golden nugget that I hope you've heard before, and if you haven't, it goes like this. Do what you love what you do. But if you don't like the work, or if the people you work for are not worthy of your respect or your time, make a move. That's it. Just make a move. Something's gotta happen. By the way, just to be clear, none of this has anything to do with any particular Singapore way of doing work. It has nothing to do with Singapore. It has to do with people, in particular. One of them. Right. If you give me a choice between financial success and humble happiness, I will take humble happiness 11 times out of 10. Money is overrated, people. But happiness? No, that's money.
What?
So, what does this mean for this channel? Well, obviously for starters, I won't be able to make any videos about Singapore in particular because, well, I'm in Canada, right? Right. And if that's cause enough for you to want to unsubscribe from this channel, I understand. I get it. I'm happy to have you tag along for as much as you did. And I'm sure that some other funny, charismatic dude is gonna come along and hold a mirror up to your face and tell you how gorgeous you are. Because damn, girl, you are one fine piece of island. But if you were coming here for the smiles, the giggles, and the quirky French-Canadian perspective on the world and on wilderness and everything else that I do, stick around a while longer, why don't you? Until such a time that we can travel the world again and I can get back to Southeast Asia and explore some more. It's the beginning of April out here. Spring is in full swing, the birds are chirping, the snow is melting, it's my birthday. Pretty soon I'll be able to take you out there and explore some truly amazing and wild areas of Canada. Oh, and for my boy Alicat, I got some great paddleboard adventures booked for this summer, so I think you're gonna dig that. Stick around. Let's see if the water is any good today. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Big thanks to all of you and all of Singapore for an amazing year that we had over there. 2020 has been the year that everybody wished to forget, but not me. It has been surprising, interesting, flavorful, surprising, self-fulfilling, and although we could all do with a little less pandemic right now, speaking only for myself, 2020 has been the best, most terrible year ever. And I don't want to forget it. I'll be back. Catch you down the trail. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm still wearing shorts because, like an idiot, I ditched all my long pants when I moved to Singapore. Don't do that, because you never know.